how do you communicate with your members in a way that they love what you're sending them? They can't wait to see your stories. Your communication gets them engaged, gets them excited, and more than anything, helps them retain their subscription because they recognize the value that you deliver and they're excited about using your subscription to the fullest. We're going to talk about member newsletters that grow retention and a great template that you can follow to create your own on Be Unleavable Subscription Growth. Welcome to Be Unleavable Subscription Growth. I'm your host, Robert SKROB. When most subscription businesses approach communicating with their members, they are so focused on what they deliver, what they communicate and what they write is all me focused. It's all about the subscription. It's all about what they deliver. It's, maybe it's a step-by-step process for using the member site, or, asking them to post something on social media about the subscription or some other nonsense. And what we're going to talk about today is a great template for flipping that and making your communication about the subscriber and how to put it together in an email newsletter and an easy to follow template that will be great and simple for you to follow. So let's get right to it. This email newsletter is published by Coursera. It's a publicly traded company that produces learning trainings so that really their mission is to allow people to transform their lives through learning. And they publish all kinds of courses in UX design and business analytics and everything else so that learners around the world can qualify for jobs that they wouldn't qualify for otherwise by consuming education. They have also a subscription program called Coursera Plus, which allows a learner to access really almost their entire library of training for one low subscription fee. So certainly if you know somebody who is looking to transform their lives through education, or maybe you are looking, Coursera Plus would be a fabulous option to be able to seek a degree that could qualify you for a great opportunity. Well, the challenge, though, of course, with Coursera Plus, with a subscription, is retention. Once learners subscribe, how do we get them engaged, keep them in their learning journey, keep them involved in their courses that they've taken so that they can continue to pursue education and follow through with the training and keep Coursera Plus for years instead of maybe for just a couple of months in order to satisfy a particular course. Well, the newsletter is a great example of something that you could use in order to create a member newsletter in your own business. Maybe think of it as a once-a-month newsletter for now. You could certainly ramp it up to more frequent as you build out the team and as you see the success of it. But think of it maybe as a once a month, and then maybe transitioning to once a week over time. So the Coursera Plus email newsletter starts out with, of course, its name, Learning Plus, your Coursera newsletter. It promotes the features that are coming up within the email newsletter. And then really the first piece of the template is a learner story. And here a talk about Grace and how Grace challenged herself to pursue a new path in computer science. There is a story about 250 words that summarizes her story and journey as a learner. And then there is a link to go get more information. The real key with this, and the real reason why it's so powerful, is that it shows other learners like them and how they are engaging in Coursera Plus. Very often, the journey within your subscription can be a lonely one because you don't necessarily connect with other users. Certainly, if you are a huge fan of Dairy Girls on Netflix, the thing that you like most is talking to other Dairy Girls fans on Netflix. And sadly, there's just not nearly enough Dairy Girls viewers out there. And so the same thing with your subscription business. If you are a huge fan of a particular training program, there aren't enough ways to connect. And this helps, one, surface ideas and opportunities that they might not have thought of yet, and two, connect them with other users within, and three, it's a proof element. So if a subscriber is not quite ready to transform their life or not quite ready to jump into a new career, this helps them demonstrate through proof, through an example, that this is something that they can really get out and try. Next is a big opportunity. So this is section 1, it was a learner story. Section 2 is a huge opportunity. And in this example, it's, could career explorations, could UX design be the right path for you? And here it talks about how UX design is one of the 15 jobs on the rise in 2021 and one of the 25th highest paying entry-level jobs. And it kind of shows what the requirements are and the opportunities are for UX design, and shows how they can get the Google UX Design Professional Certificate free within their Coursera Plus subscription. So what are some great opportunities within your subscription that maybe your subscribers don't yet know about? Could you promote them out to your subscribers as part of your monthly newsletter? So first, a story of one of your users and how they're benefiting from their subscription, and two, a big opportunity in order to really have a big improvement in your life. So if you're selling golf subscription, maybe it's all about how to correct that slice with a link to the video within your subscription that links to that. If you're drawing, maybe how to draw a perfect human face and every time. And then you have a link to that video where they can draw the face. If you are selling marketing, maybe it's how to generate customers using social media a plan, and then you have a link to that. So this is where you're able to take one of the pieces of content that you have that a subscriber may not know about, that's part of your huge library, and promote it and really feature it as a key pivot for your subscription business. Excellent, great little opportunity. Third, they have a career tip. Set yourself up with negotiation skills. So whereas the core is a kind of a big change, a new opportunity, this is how to enhance the opportunity that you already have. This may or may not apply to you. It kind of makes sense within Coursera because they have training that is for you to transform your career. And then they also have training that once you've landed that great career, how to enhance it and how to make it even better. So here is negotiation skills, which teaches a user how to get the salary that they want, how to get a great career, maybe even how to get the interview and the job. So so this can really it's one thing to have the certification to be a UX designer. It's another thing in order to be able to negotiate for the great salary, maybe upper range of the entry-level position, because you have these skills, these other soft skills in getting the job. So it's a great feature of Coursera Plus, and also it helps highlight this opportunity for their learners that maybe they thought they were done because they were pretty close to us getting a certificate, or maybe they thought they were done because they jumped into Coursera in order to get one thing and now they're out of here. But this also highlights a new opportunity that maybe they didn't think about, that helps keep them engaged longer and keeps them as a subscriber for longer. Also, the fourth element, learning tips, how to use deadlines effectively. So this is deadlines is a feature within Coursera where you can set a timetable of how you want to complete courses in order to kind of gamify the experience so that you can lay out a learning plan and then keep yourself on target in order to accomplish that plan. Well, but of course life happens, things happen. We don't want somebody to become discouraged because they don't make their goals, so Coursera gives them an opportunity to have a tip. Well, what types of tips, what types of little things, like maybe it's a forum and a place to ask a question, maybe it's a place to post themselves within a directory that makes themselves available to other members, maybe it's posting a question on a site, maybe do you have little tools and tips, could be taking advantage of a discount program that's available for members only. These little kind of bread and butter, little nut and bolt sort of tips to use and get the best benefit to customize their subscription or use things in a better way. This fourth element is a great way to pass those on, and you've got these wouldn't really work for a standalone email because people miss them. It's just not interesting enough to grab their attention to open up that message. It's so easy to delete it. But because there is excitement and energy with the rest of the story, you can also pack along this little tidbit that makes your subscription more useful for your subscription, for your members. And then finally, here a share your story. This is a great way to solicit new testimonials. Here they're doing that by inviting users to post on social media. And I would instead invite them to send you an email or reach out more directly in order to engage subscribers there. So 4 great tips that you can use within your subscription business in order to build a fantastic email newsletter. I grabbed it out of email and put it in Microsoft Word. I'll create a PDF or something like that you can download and put it down in the description so that you can review this message. But the thing about this email is that this would also be useful to send out to unconverted leads for your subscription business, because I'm sure there's probably plenty of people who came in, maybe opted in for a lead magnet, but didn't actually buy the subscription. That would be a great audience to also receive this email on an ongoing basis because it highlights a proof element that users are getting benefit. It highlights a great transformation opportunity. It shows kind of a parallel program that you offer, and then a little tip for getting more out of the subscription. It's perfectly useful for converting unconverted leads into your subscription. And this is also a great tool for those past members who at one time were excited about your subscription and so joined. And they bought your subscription, but then after a time, they chose to cancel it. And they are perfect prospects. And in fact, I've got an episode of Be Unleavable Subscription Growth coming up that's going to be focused just on recovering past subscribers. So to stay tuned for that. But this email could also be a great tool for them, so you could send it out as well. Email newsletters are very powerful today. I could tell you just like 3 years ago, I'd have told you that they must be printed and mailed. Now I have seen them, they're as powerful or even more powerful when you are putting them in email and you are doing them right. You have these sections, you're focused on what your subscriber wants, and you're able to keep the excitement on an ongoing basis. Try it out monthly. Try it out weekly. If you have any questions or comments, or you want to send me an example of your email newsletter, feel free to post it down in the comments. I'd love to see what you're doing and keep up the communication going. Also, I've got a great 3-video series that really breaks down the 5 keys to 10x your subscription revenue. And there's actually even, I can't reveal the actual client, but there's a client with their actual numbers that I walk you through in order to demonstrate how these 5 keys help them 10x their subscription revenue. But more importantly, how you can 10x your subscription revenue, even if you've reached a subscription growth ceiling. Check that out at 10xmembershiprevenue.com. It's a great little video series that I think that you will enjoy, and probably something that you'll really look to pass along to your team. If you got value out of this video, please like it, press the like button, subscribe, and then also click that bell in order to get notified for future episodes. I can't wait to see you. Let me know your comments, and we'll talk to you next time on Be Unleavable Subscription Growth.